Alright, welcome everyone to Blood and Hope Detroit. We're actually recording now and it's actually capturing sound, so we are good. Hi, I'm Feyla. I'm the storyteller for the evening. We are missing Buttons. She is not feeling well. It typically plays Debbie the Gangrel. Joining me tonight.
Hi, I'm Nenavar. I play William.
And I'm Cocia. I play Lottie.
And I am Dengle, playing Reverend Rufus Horton.
So, it has been about 2 weeks since the last night we saw the Kindred. There hasn't been too much going on. King has let you all know that they have not found any other Nosferatu being taken out. No words or whispers of Niktuku or people disappearing, or Kindred disappearing. So the hunters seem to be gone. The Niktuku seems to have been the only one. Their tensions between the Nosferatu and the Tzimisce are still high. There have been no overt actions taken, but it's brewing, it seems, and King and Mike can only do so much with Bryce gone. Katarzyna is still gone. She will be out for another week, that you all are aware of. Ellie has disappeared. No one knows where she is, but you all have heard that she is no longer in the hospital that she works at currently. There doesn't seem to be anything else to hugely catch your attention. And William, you have not heard from your sire in a minute.
Yet.
Lottie, you had your night with Valentina, in which she offered somewhat of an asylum from Terrence for you and Willow. Didn't get an answer from you that night, but we will see what comes of that. Now, I don't believe I forgot anything. So this night will take place the night of January 30th, 2 weeks after we saw you last time. What would you like to have each done in that 2-week downtime period?
The following night, William is going to head down to the subway station, make sure the reference okay.
Yep. When Rufus wakes up, there's nothing there. Doesn't seem to have anything stalking you or anything. William and Debbie both go to help Rufus plot out the subway tunnels, which I believe is what Rufus wanted to do. It takes about a week to get them done thoroughly, and you find a couple other spots where it looks like something happened, but with King telling you guys that no one new has come up missing, any Asher bones that you find have already been accounted for. And there are a few. Not too many, but there are a couple. But, William, was there anything else you wanted to do outside of that?
I'll just check in with King, see if there's anything else he can do to help out since he's having issues.
King would not have anything specific, but would remind the whole group that the Setite, the ministry, is going to be having an auction, and he would like you to attend in his place, if you are willing. And he messaged that to all 4 of you. Debbie messages back that she doesn't think she's going to be able to do it, because she has some catering things that have to have her attention.
William will go. He wants to see what they have.
Okay. We will get to that when it comes up. Was there anything else?
Aside from that, just work on more songs and format various open mic nights.
Okay. Deidre will message you, asking you to come pick up Chris, as one of your friends has already taken responsibility for him. And will ask you to handle him as he learns about kindred life. So that will be dropped on the soon-to-be forming coteries lab. About halfway through, so about 5 days to a week after you've last seen Chris. Lottie.
Lottie, in this 2-week period, she's not really going to talk to Willow too much about the possible safe haven for them, because she knows that Lottie cannot lie to Terrence very easily. But she's going to be considering it greatly. Also, there was somebody that went missing in her, all I can think of is condominium. She wants to look into that a bit.
Okay.
She's starting to get a little worried with the thin blood that popped up, that maybe this boy also had something similar happen to him.
Now, you do remember that maybe about a month ago, someone came down sick as well.
Right.
They have also since gone away, but that wasn't as unexpected because they were sick. So I would like you to roll me wits and investigation, or intelligence and investigation. Or charisma and streetwise.
Yeah, let's do investigation.
Which one are you doing?
Investigation and intelligence. Do you need
No,
brain,
this is
please,
just taking
Rouse check?
No, this is just taking place in the time frame, so.
I'm going to spend a willpower to reroll my blacks.
Four? You're muted, though.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
didn't realize that. Sorry, 4.
Okay. So it does take you longer than you would like, but you do eventually, between you and, are you getting Willow's help in this?
She's willing.
Of course she
because,
is.
you know, going outside in the daytime is a little hard for Lottie.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. So it does take you about maybe a week or so, but you do eventually get a lead that they both may have gone to visit the general hospital in which Ellie works at, but you haven't been able to find anything past that.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Anything else you wanted to do?
I don't believe so. I think that's it.
Okay. Rufus.
Okay. So, after the week of mapping out the tunnels, Rufus would like to do 2 things, mainly. First thing being, spend a little bit more time actually at, like, Charlotte's club. At least try to show Charlotte that I'm not as bad of a person as you might think I am. He got a little bit of a bad vibe check going on from her the first time. It's like, let's see if I can mend this a little bit.
And she would spend time talking with you. That would partly be the reason that she allows Chris to go with the group. She would message Rufus that same message too.
Okay.
Was there anything specific you wanted to touch base on with her? Because we can play something out.
Nothing specific. He may have ulterior motives of being there.
That's fine.
Due to certain disciplines that he wants to learn how to do. And he
Okay.
knows Toreadors are good at certain ones.
Yes. Would you
However,
partake in any of the feeding there?
only lightly.
Okay. So what you discover is that the blood that the mortals are offering is enhanced.
Okay.
Not 100% sure why. Some between the music, there is a Tremere and they do some crazy things. But the blood has been enhanced and changed. Let me pull that up specifically real fast. So there
Okay.
is... Sorry, there's a lot of things to scroll through. Yes, the blood has been enriched, so you don't have to take as much as you thought you did to relieve a point of hunger. And that's the one you got. The blood is extremely thick and good. Much better than you have had, probably. Even with your feeding type and your feeding preference.
Yeah. And then the second thing is he will actually work on getting a new phone.
Okay.
Something that is quicker to silence.
You upgrading from your flip phone.
Yes.
There's
that
plenty
he's
of
had,
stores you could go to.
yeah, that he's had probably since like 2004.
Okay. Are you keeping the same number?
Yes, he will specifically keep the same number.
Okay.
While he's there, he will also get just a very cheap computer to like do things on, so he can take his book and like transfer all the information over.
Easy enough to do? Easy enough. We will hand away the costs of that. Rufus has enough money to take care of all of that without any issue. Yep. So you have a basic smartphone. Doesn't have too many extraordinary capabilities, but it is serviceable and quick to silence.
Yes.
So we don't deafen poor William.
Yeah, instead of sitting there and going deep, 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 deep.
Yes. So, when William and Rufus receive that text, which one of you would like to go pick up Chris? Or would you both?
Both go.
So, he goes with you guys. Who's he staying with? What would you like him to do? Debbie did offer him a job, so he could go join them, but he's looking to Rufus for ideas. It appears the bond was not overridden, but
Okay.
It is probably wearing off. Well, you only did one drop, so it's not super potent.
Yeah. So he would actually kind of turn it back, like, well, what exactly is it that you like to do besides music? Music's problematic at times.
Oh, that's really what I want to do, but I don't know, I've done lots of stuff to make ends meet.
Okay. Well, at least for now, I have at least a creative outlet if you want it.
Yeah,
Again, you don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Anything creative is better than doing the same thing over and over again. That's boring.
Yeah, get used to it, unfortunately. William, if you don't really mind, I'm gonna have him be my sound guy rather than you.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as you don't mind me coming in and playing guitar every once in a while.
You don't strike me as the religious type.
I actually learned how to sing in choir.
Oh, well. You should come by one night. We typically hold it on Saturday evenings rather than Sundays because Sunday evenings typically are better for food banks.
Right.
So, take advantage of when we can.
Oh, and Chris, I do have a couple people in the music industry as well, so if you ever do find something that's not problematic, let me know. I can probably help you out.
I mean, I got some song ideas. I don't know. None of the ones I really did people liked, though. Other than that one that I'm not allowed to do.
Keep working at it.
Maybe we could help you.
That'd be great. So, like, what did you want me to do?
This is gonna sound crazy, but not cause problems, mainly.
I don't want to cause problems.
Right, no.
They explain that causing problems is real dangerous for me, and I don't want to, like, die.
Right. Now, I need to know some of your capabilities. Are you able to go out in the sunlight? Or is that the no?
No.
That's unfortunate. Not the worst thing in the world, though, so don't feel bad. Obviously, you have issues feeding normally. So, have we figured out your feeding style?
Oh, I use bags. It's the easiest way, because, like, they said I have baby teeth? I don't know. I guess I can't bite people.
I mean, that's fair. So, William, if you think this is my thought process is right here, I would do something in the medical field so you can just take the bags with you. Not necessarily, or like a janitor. I know janitor sucks. But, I mean, you gotta clean everywhere, right?
I guess.
That way you can get free food.
Yeah, that'd be nice. They get real expensive.
Exactly. There's a reason why I don't feed like that. Besides the, when it gets thick, it's not palatable to me.
I don't know many of the places around here to apply to. Do you have an idea?
I mean,
Just not the one in Ellie's territory.
yes, pretty much anything but that.
Who?
I'll explain it to you later. For now, I believe so there's online job boards. Look for janitor at hospitals or nursing homes or anywhere that might have blood.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. I just wanted to make sure that you guys didn't, like, know someone in one.
I know a police officer. That's the best I can get you.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to want to do that. You can be a security guard as well. I'm sure they could probably put you in line with somebody. Assuming that's something that you'd want to do.
I don't know. I hadn't really thought about that. There was a lot that I've been trying to process this week.
That's fair. For now, William, do you mind if he stays with you?
No, of course not.
Is there a way to test if you can go outside? I haven't actually tried because I just sleep during the day. But like, is it good? Am I gonna like fully catch on fire?
No. What's the worst burn that you had as a mortal?
I got a real bad sunburn when I was a kid.
Okay. That amplified by probably 50 or 60.
That I don't want to try that.
You ever stick a marshmallow in a fire?
Yeah.
That's what your hand's gonna look like.
No. I don't want to find out then.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's only one way to find out. But I don't want to tell you to do that because that hurts. So, if you feel like you want to know that bad, go ahead and do that. However, I wouldn't suggest it.
I don't know. I'll have to think about that one.
We can also probably talk to our venture friend and see if she knows anybody that is hiring.
Is there anything you needed me to do tonight?
Take some mental rest.
I don't have a place to stay anymore since you guys and them told me I couldn't go back to my old place.
Yeah, like I said, you can stay at my place until you get something else figured out.
Alright. Do you guys have my number? I got a new one.
I don't have your new one.
Alright, well, I guess let me know if you need me to do something.
We will. I will, at the very least.
He gives you three his new number. I don't know who you are, but, hi, I'm Chris. He says to Lottie.
Oh, I honestly did not realize that Lottie was there. I thought it was just
Oh,
the other
no,
two.
You're right. I'm sorry. It was
Okay.
just them. I apologize. That's my bad. Okay, so he gives you his number and heads off to William's apartment. You can add a thin blood to your inventory. So, anything else you guys wanted to cover?
Not right now, I don't believe.
William texts Lottie, ask her if she knows any information about a blood bank needing someone to hire for nights.
Does Lottie know? Do I need to roll something? I don't know.
Roll. Just roll charisma and wits, and we'll just see what comes up.
Two criticals, so that's 4. That's all I got.
Yeah, you know someone who knows someone. You're not in direct contact with any one person at Blood Bank, but you might be able to put him through to someone.
Muted.
Damn it. Thank you. I think I have an in for him. I'll text you the information. I say after I realize we were already texting.
That's fine. So you can forward that to him. So William, you have the information. It's not in Ellie's domain, but it is one sort of that is somewhat attached to it by reputation.
I will also pass on that information.
So whether or not you want to use it, that's up to you. Are we good? All right. So it is the night of January 30th, and you all wake up. Can I get your rouse checks?
That is
Passed.
a success.
Success.
I missed what you said, William.
Passed.
So everyone would be at 1 hunger, unless you went out of your way to knock that down during the week. Which I don't believe any of you did. So, you all start your evening, and this would be maybe an hour or two after you start doing your own things. You get a message from King, and it just states that, hey, tonight is the night, with a location on a map. Just tell them that you're there for me. I already let them know that you'd be attending for me. Debbie will quickly message back saying, sorry, I can't tonight.
Yeah, William will send a thumbs up emoji.
Rev will respond with, of course. If anybody needs a ride, let me know.
Lottie will actually text back, what's the dress code? Is it black tie?
Semi-formal.
Alright, thank you.
It's ministry, so yeah. It's what you receive back.
I got it. I'll be respectable.
And that was group text. So you all know the dress code. So the address, if you pull it up, is in downtown, but kind of on the outskirts of downtown. It seemingly looks just like in a random spot, just a building. None of you know of it. Or not off the top of your head. You can make a roll if you really want to try and think about it. Intelligence and...
Freewise?
Yes. You can do that too, Rufus, if you'd like, but it's up to you.
Nah.
2 successes.
No, you do not know this building. So, none of you need to feed before you go. Anyone swinging by to do anything specific before you head there? And are you bringing Chris?
Probably not.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be the best idea. Though it would be a good learning curve for him.
Well, that is your call whether he comes or not.
Let's see.
He has been sending out applications and has yet to have anyone get back with him.
Rufus will decide he should come. Yeah.
You will listen to Rufus.
Bring him over to my house then. I'll get him dressed up. I don't know if this is happening in group text or if Lottie even knows, but
Hey, I'm the Toreador. I can handle it.
Okay.
Slacks and a blazer, and it should be fine.
Raise your standards, please.
They said semi-formal.
They'll do better than that.
I mean, obviously not a t-shirt, but...
Quick question for you, Rufus. Have you upped the bond at all with Chris?
If he was left alone, yes, he would have.
He would have sought you out over the week. A
So
little
yeah,
bit.
at least a 2. Wouldn't go full on all the way.
Good to know. Good to know. Alright. So you all arrive. The building looks nondescript. And as you round the corner, there is a door with some neon signs outside of it. And one of the signs on the actual door has just a little snake pointed downwards.
Well, this looks like the place.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is just a door. Like, what are we looking for?
And Rufus will open the door.
It's locked.
Okay. I'll knock on the door. See if he gets any response.
You do. There's a little window that slides open. Who are you?
We're here for King.
1 second.
Or
It slides closed. 30 seconds. A minute passes. Slides open again. What are your names?
Rufus, William, Lottie, and this one is Chris. I'm sure he's probably not on your list, however he's with me.
I don't have a Chris. You taking responsibility for him?
Absolutely.
Alright. Slides shut again. You hear a lock click, and the door opens. And there is kind of a burlier person standing at the door. He is dressed in a nice blazer and a dark shirt. Straight down the hall.
Thank you. And Rufus will walk in his best businessman walk.
What are your outfits?
So Lottie is wearing a purple evening dress. Probably a bit over the top dressed for the evening. But yeah, she looks magnificent.
Rufus? Go ahead.
William's wearing a dress shirt, slacks, and a navy blue sports coat.
Okay.
Rufus is dressed all in black. He does have a long sleeve, non-button up dress shirt underneath. However, his shoes that he normally wears, he's not wearing. He's wearing a different set that is black with like a buckle over, like lace protector almost. It is still very old-fashioned, probably handmade. Very nice.
And what have you dressed Chris in? Between William and Lottie.
William would have picked out something similar, but not exactly look alike.
And did Lottie change it?
Lottie changed the shirt so that it's a... Yeah, let's do it. It's a pale pink shirt.
Okay. It complements his bright hair real great. because he is like a dull, dirty blonde hair. So, as you walk in, there is... it's a brick building, and the hallway is walled off, and it just leads down. There are doors, but they appear to be untouched or locked or something, so it just leads you down. You come to a set of stairs. Heading down the stairs, there's kind of a push door on the end of it, and you can hear a decent amount of noise on the other side of it. Making your way in, there are a good handful of people here. Some dressed semi-formal, some dressed a little bit more formal, but no one looks out of place. This is pretty high end. And scattered around, you see pedestals with things on them. Not sure what they are, but they are glass covered, and there's a decent assortment of items that you can go and take a look at if you'd like. The people who are walking around do appear to be holding like wine glasses, but they are full of a red viscous liquid that you assume to be blood. And you can smell the blood if you take a deep breath and attempt to smell it. There are a few servers walking around carrying the glasses, but no one takes too much notice of you as you enter.
Okay. Rufus will turn to Chris and be like, first and foremost, do not touch anything. Do not talk to anyone besides us. Also, take advantage of the refreshments. Even if we have to pay for them, it'll be fine.
This is way above what I'm comfortable with.
Exactly, which is why I figured this would probably be a good learning experience. This is typical kindred bullshit.
I don't like this.
It's fine, you don't have to really talk.
Good.
Just observe. Just observe. That's all I need you to do.
Alright.
Yeah, while that conversation's happening, William will flag down a waiter and grab glasses for everyone.
Yep. One does come by, so you are able to take 5 glasses.
Okay. Rufus will also pull his phone out and ask King specifically, is there anything that you want specifically that you know of?
You would get a response back relatively quickly. I'm not sure what's there. I'm interested in books or anything that would fall into that category.
Okay. Rufus would send a message back. Okay, I will let you know if we find anything interesting.
Thanks. Let me know prices if it comes up.
Okay. And with that, Rufus will be like, I will see you all shortly. I'm going to go see what they have. And they'll start walking around.
Okay, we will get to that. Lottie and William, what would you like to be doing?
Lottie will just walk around, fairly aimlessly.
Okay. We will get to some people you run into. I just want to get vague ideas before we delve into things. William, you are left with Chris.
I'm going to drag Chris around, take a look at, see what they got.
Okay. We'll start with Lottie. As you're meandering around, are you more looking at the items or looking at the kindred who are here? Because it is very obvious everyone, or almost everyone, is a kindred here.
Let's go with kindred. I
Okay.
think that would interest her more.
So, every now and then you do catch a who you assume to maybe be the hosts here. All of them, because there is several people who are dressed in dark green with gold accents. You assume they are probably who has set this up, because they are just kind of stationed around and mingling with people. People are gathering around them. You do recognize someone that you saw at Valentina's casino. They give you a nod. They don't necessarily go over to talk to you unless you initiate anything, but they do acknowledge you. There's other people that you recognize but not are close with. And you do give me wits and awareness.
Oh, okay. That's 4 successes.
You recognize one of Terrence's people here. They don't seem to have noticed you yet, but you noticed them.
I will be trying my best to stay out of their line of sight.
It is a ghoul. It's not another kindred. You do know that much.
Okay.
But you were not fully aware of who this person is in the entirety.
Just that they are a person here. Okay.
Yes, they are
okay.
One of Terrence's ghouls.
Yeah. I don't want to really draw attention to myself to them. I feel, yeah, I'll feel confident enough after a little while, to try to, get closer, try to overhear some of their conversations if possible.
Okay. I would like you... This is going to be kind of a weird roll, but I'm assuming you're mingling in order to hide from him.
Yes.
I would like you to give me either charisma or manipulation and stealth.
Okay. I'm gonna go with manipulation.
Yep. Like I said, I know it's a little bit of a weird one, but you're not using dexterity as a base of this.
Oh, of course. No. That's 4. No. 6. I have 2 criticals, so 6.
Okay. That, you definitely stay away from their notice. And they are talking to some people around them. And they seemed... It's a woman, dressed in a nicer pantsuit. And they seem to be interested in some of the things around there. There is an urn that they are staying near.
I want that urn now. I don't know what it is, but I want it.
Well, we'll see when the bidding starts. Rufus or William, which would you like to go next?
I'll go next.
Alright. So you're dragging Chris around, and you're just looking at some of the items, right? Are you staying kind of away from Rufus?
Yeah, I'll let him cover his area.
Okay. So, there's a handful of items around here that you're looking at. Chris is sticking to your side like glue, and has not opened his mouth other than to drink some of the blood. And the blood is fresh. It is not bagged. It is non-coagulated. It appears to, for lack of better terms, be freshly tapped. Nothing special about it, though. And so, you are looking around. And there's people gathering around each of these items. And as I said, they're in glass cases, so you cannot touch them. There are some weapons. There's some taller weapons that are in, brace against the wall with something covering them. You do see a warped gold rod. It's It's hard to tell what is so special about it. It looks like it was used in combat, because it is pretty bent. But something has to be special about it, right?
Looks like someone really dumb tried to use that as a weapon.
I mean, I don't know who would use that. Gold's not good for that.
Probably just panicked and try to hit someone with it.
Oh, it's not very smart. But maybe it was someone big, because that's some heavy damage on that. You also see another thing that catches your interest is it's a small thing. It's like almost on a platter, and they are some small, maybe palm-sized wax tablets. They have different designs stamped on them, and they appear to be actually stylized versions of the Tremere symbol. There are other things, of course, but those are the two that mainly catch your attention. There's altars, there's necklaces, but those two have the most gathering around them. And there are people talking, trying to figure out what things are, because there's no plaques or anything describing what these things are. They're just on display, and maybe you'll get to find out what they are later. Maybe. But no one actively approaches you. But you are getting looks at because of how closely Chris is plastered to your side. He looks exceedingly uncomfortable.
I'm just not going to say anything unless someone asks.
Okay. Nope. They just give you looks. And Rufus.
Yes.
So you, wandering around, aren't getting quite as many looks as William and Chris. You do lose sight of Lottie. She appears to be in her element and masterfully moving around. You see people congregated around a few things. There is one that it's in a domed thing, and it's in a clear vase that has no water in it. It is a rose. Looks like it has a little bit of a crystalline structure, and the color to it is a blood red.
Okay.
There is another dagger. A little bit on the larger side for a dagger, but not quite a short sword or anything like that. That one has some people gathered around it, and there is a book that you, not a book, pages of a book that you immediately recognize.
He would kind of stop and grab his phone, kind of like stare at him, kind of look down, kind of put his phone away. And then he would just kind of keep walking after probably 5 or 6 seconds of just like staring at them.
Okay. Then you pass other things. There are other weapons, another amulet. Excuse me. But nothing hugely catches your attention. Give me wits and awareness, please.
That would be 6 successes.
Okay. You do see a well-dressed individual, a man, standing very close to the book. you saw, and he seems to be enraptured by it.
Would it change anything if I told you one of those crits was on a blood die?
We'll hold on to that.
Okay.
What is your... That's your recklessness?
Yes.
Okay, we'll hold on to that. Keep that in mind for the events forthcoming.
Okay. So, seeing this individual standing so close, you would approach and be like, "Good evening. What do you think? What do you think of it?"
I think it's probably a load of bull, but that'd be really nice to have in my collection.
Oh.
It's hard to find.
Excuse me for seeming, well, less than knowledgeable. What is it exactly?
Can't tell if it's real or not, but looks like it might be some pages from a book. The Book of Nod.
Oh. I heard that's just a load of baloney.
Of course it is. Those don't... Methuselah don't exist.
Yeah.
But it's a nice collector's item. Fit right in with some of the other books I have.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of books. Just a couple. What, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. What? Who?
Give me charisma and persuasion. Just to see how this is taken.
That would be 3 successes.
Okay. He will kind of give you a side eye for a moment. You walked up to me first. Who are you? What's your name?
That's fair. Aiden.
Well, Aiden, my name is Eli.
Well, it's good to meet you. Do you live in the city? By chance, I haven't seen you. I don't believe.
No, I don't. Why would I live here? I just heard and was invited to this.
Cheap property prices. That's why you would live here.
Well, I don't need that.
Right. Real estate investment is supposed to be a booming market right now, and it served some of us fairly well.
My market is more collecting.
That's fair. If you don't mind me asking, where are you from? Just so I know if I need to, well, if I'm ever seeking out collectibles, where to go.
Mine aren't for sale.
Right, but I'm sure you probably would have contacts that could put me in touch with people that might have some for sale.
Well, how about this? And he will pull out a business card.
Okay.
And it will just have the name Eli Mason and a contact number underneath it.
Okay, and he takes it and he puts it in his front pocket and like, thank you very much. I will absolutely be in contact. I'm sure there's quite a few things that you can probably direct me toward. I do pay a finder's fee, by the way.
I do have a few contacts.
Good to know. I'm going to leave you be. I'm sure you've got some studying to do as far as to make sure this is authentic. Happy bidding.
You as well. Hopefully your, and I'll look you up and down, real estate business is profitable enough.
I do well enough.
And then he will turn back to the thing and ignore you.
Okay.
Is there anything you guys would like to do? Or seek out or talk to?
I pop up behind Rev. Oh. Rev,
Yes, Lottie.
one of Terrence's ghouls are here. And they want that urn, so I really want it. I don't know what it is. Do you have any idea what it is?
Rev will go walking over to it and see if he has any clue.
Roll me intelligence and occult.
That would be 2 successes.
You do not.
No idea, however. Then he'll kind of look around, snap a quick picture, and send it to King. Is this something that you'd be interested in?
To the urn?
Yes.
He would respond back with, no. Another minute or two. Venture things aren't my shtick.
Oh. Okay, they do have a couple things here that maybe, maybe not. I don't know the exact price, so they'll probably be rather expensive. I'll let you know when bidding starts.
And as you've looked around, you do see 1 or 2 other books. So there are books that you see. You see them as you walk away from the person looking at the Book of Nod fragment. So it was in the area that Lottie was in.
Right. He'll turn back to Lottie and let... King says it's a venture item. I don't know exactly what the item is, however, it would fit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, yep, I'm gonna have to make sure I get it. One way or another.
I would say if you need to borrow money, you can. However, I don't believe you need to borrow money.
I hope not.
And, at some point during the conversation, William's gonna walk up to Lottie and Rev. Find any books on your end? All I found was a golden rod looked like someone got beat over the head with, and some stylized versions of the Tremere symbol.
Nothing overly interesting. There's a couple books out there. There's one that I don't think that King would be overly interested in that I might pick up for myself. Or at least try to. But beyond that, not a whole lot. There's a dagger over there. It's rather large. And there's also a flower. A rose. It's rather pretty, actually.
William's actually gonna text DJ real quick about the Tremere symbols, and then he's gonna go take a look at the flower.
Are you taking a picture of what they're on, or just describing a stylized Tremere symbol?
He's gonna describe it.
So you describe the symbol on waxen tablets. And there was 2 different colored ones. One was more of an orangey, earthy color, and the other one was a gray-blue. And you will... It takes a minute for her to respond. You get a string of exclamation marks at first. And then she will quickly type out, those are... Sorry, I blanked on what I was going to say. Those are really awesome items if you can get them. I don't know how to make them. They're pretty difficult to make.
William texts back, I'll see what I can do.
Okay. The night goes on, people are mingling still. And every now and then, one of the artifacts gets pulled away by the people wearing green and gold. And they are taken into a back room. But it doesn't happen fast. And it takes a little bit for you guys to even realize that this is happening. Lottie, you see Terrence's ghoul hasn't moved from the urn and has been back and forth on his phone. I'm sorry, her phone.
What did the rose look like, by the way?
It does look like a normal rose. The coloring and structure of it just looks slightly more crystalline in structure. Like not salt encrusted or anything like that, but it's a little bit more than an ordinary rose. But the color of it is a deeper, more vibrant red than most roses you have seen. Most red roses you have seen. And it is standing upright in a unfilled see-through vase.
Would William know anything about it?
Go ahead and give me intelligence and occult.
2 successes.
This isn't a rare artifact or anything like that. You may have heard about them. They're called Eternal Roses. No one knows how they're created. Or at least, common rumors, no one knows how they're created. They just never wilt. There's different rumors about why. But the one common denominator is that they are eternal. Supposedly. Toreador like them. Or at least, some older Toreador like them. So even more things are pulled back. People's whispers are starting to get more excited. Thinking that the bidding will be happening sooner and sooner. So, if there is any kind of last minute things you would like to take care of, now would be the time.
Okay. Rufus would absolutely take pictures of all of the books and just kind of send them all over to King and be like, what's the budget?
He will text back, damn, those are some good ones. I can probably only afford one of them. The second one you sent me a picture of. Just get it and I'll get you the money.
Very well.
And that book is an occult styled book. Fairly old. It looks in pretty good condition. And there's not really a title on there. There's just some stylized art of a clan symbol that you don't recognize. Or what you assume to be a clan symbol.
Okay.
So eventually, all of the items are pulled back and the pedestals are left empty, which are eventually shuffled away by more people in the green and gold. Chairs are brought out, and there is a basket with paddles, so you can actually have an auction. And King did give you a number that was linked to his invitation.
Okay.
So you go ahead and grab that. And then things start being brought out. An amulet. And it's described. It doesn't seem to be anything too powerful or interesting. A couple people bid on it. That's resolved. And this goes on. The first 3 items were nothing that had piqued your interest on the floor. And then the urn is brought out. And forgive me because I could not find the name of it. But the bidding starts, and Terrence's ghoul begins to bid on it. He's outbid, and then he goes back and forth with 1 or 2 other people. What would you like to do?
I'll let them kind of do their own thing for a little while. And just when he thinks he has it, I'm going to start bidding. Just real subtle, like.
As your number is called out in the bidding, the ghoul will look around.
I hope to be hiding behind someone.
Dex and
You can know where we are.
You said Dex, right? Not manipulation again.
Yes, this one is actually, you are physically attempting to hide. What were you saying, Nenavar?
I was saying she can hide behind William. He's tall enough.
Chris will help as well, so you can go ahead and I'll let you add a dice to this one.
Okay, cool. Cool, great, that helped me a lot. Okay, so I have 2 crits, so that's 4, and then 3, so 7.
Yeah, he does not see you. He's looking around like, who is this person? But they are calling out King's number as you're bidding this one. Keep that in mind.
Sorry, King.
So the ghoul bids again. Are you raising it up? The number is fairly high at this point. Now, not out of your means, but it is high.
Yeah, I want it. Terrence wants it, so I want it even more.
Give me... Just give me a wits and resolve real fast.
Okay, I got 4 successes and a skull. I don't know if the skull means anything right now.
That's fine. You beat him out, so he will concede. So you win the urn. The number is taken down, and someone comes up to you telling you to collect your item later. Seeing as you are apparently newcomers here, so they wanted to make sure that you knew how this worked. Another item or 2 get brought out. There is one of the daggers that gets bid on a couple times over. And these items are described as they're being brought out. The urn is a venture item, and it is supposedly able to help awaken one from torpor, if used properly. And then the dagger goes... It didn't seem like anything special. It was called the Virgin Blade. It stays untouched by blood for rituals. Nothing crazy. To you guys. The wax tablets get brought out, and you learn that they are called the Waxen Poetica. And they, when thrown, will either engulf the person they hit in wax and then either burn or freeze them. So bidding starts there. People are going back and forth. This seems to be a fairly popular item, but there's only 3 of each, and they're selling them as a set. Would you guys like to do anything?
Specifically, would William like to do anything?
He'll bet on them as long as under a certain amount.
Okay. Give me Wits and Resolve. Or do you have points in etiquette? I'm sorry, Lottie. I didn't think about etiquette. I don't know if you have points into it. Do you have more?
I have 3 in etiquette.
Okay, so you can use either Wits or Resolve and etiquette. If you wanted to reroll, Lottie, you can, but you did pass.
My etiquette isn't as good as my Wits or Resolve, so...
Okay.
4 successes.
Okay. The number does get fairly high. But you do get... So they're selling them as sets. They're either selling the red set or the blue set. Which one would you like to have bidded on?
Red set.
Okay. So you do get the 3 red sets. It sets you back quite a considerable amount. You might have to find some ways to make some actual money soon. You were told to come back and pick it up after. And then another item gets brought out. One of the books from King gets brought out. There's a few people bidding on it. The Eli person that you saw, Rufus, is bidding on that book as well. And it is the one that King was interested in.
Okay. Then Rufus would bid on it as much as he just kind of was told that he could.
Okay. And because you're bidding for King, we'll hand wave that Wits and Resolve / politics check, or etiquette check. So you do win that one, and you send King the amount, and he's just like, that's awful, but I have it.
Apologize.
He'll send back, what, did you get into a fight with a Venture or something?
Believe so, Eli.
Oh, was I muted for that one?
Yes, I read your lips.
Said. He responded back with, don't know that name. A couple more things are brought out. The Rose is brought out. And bidding starts on that. I don't know if...
William stepped out.
Yes, he is.
As long as it's relatively cheap, Rufus will actually bid on it lightly.
Okay. 1 second. it's mildly high up there. Wits and resolve or etiquette. We'll see how much you want to. If you're going to get the last person to outbid you or not.
I mean, if it's kind of high, he would have probably stopped bidding, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, if it was cheap, he would have gotten it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not terribly expensive, but there are a few people there who seem to want it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll it then. That would be 5 with a messy crit.
So your bidding does not stay low on this one.
Yeah.
You do get it, though. More than you probably wanted to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then he just kind of like looks at it and like, that was stupid. It's fine.
All right. Another dagger gets brought out. And this one was the larger one that Rufus pointed out. It ends up being called the coil cutter. And can harm ghosts. I don't know if you guys would like to bid on that one or not. William stepped out.
No.
Rufus.
Nope.
Okay. So that one passes back and forth between a couple people. And there is an individual that ends up winning it that Rufus recognizes. They are from the city. They are one of the Hecata that are in the graveyard.
That makes sense then.
Or one of the graveyards. You don't necessarily know them in person, but you know of them. So that goes to them. The gold rod that William had pointed out doesn't get too many people bidding on it. In the end, someone does take it. No one anyone recognizes, though. Unless you would like to bid on it. And then the last piece, the set piece, most likely, of this entire auction is brought out. And it is a fragment of the Book of Nod. Eli bids very quickly.
Yeah.
And a couple other people do too, but he quickly outbids them.
As this is happening, Rufus is going to turn to everybody else and be like, you know anything about that?
Nope.
No, not really.
First will just shrug like, I don't know, it's an old ass book, it looks like.
Huh, okay. And then Rufus will start bidding as well.
Okay. Give me another roll.
Okay. Just 2.
Unfortunately, you are continuously outbid by Eli. He seems to be holding a contest against you in his own mind. So every time you even think about raising the battle, he is glaring at you and outbidding.
He will just keep driving it up as much as he feels necessary until he just stops.
Oh. That was weird. Okay. Are you attempting to outbid his last one? Or are you just trying to get him riled up?
Half just trying to get him riled up, and definitely just trying to drive up the price.
Okay. You are succeeding in both of those. Give me wits and insight. Or charisma and insight. I'll give you either one of those.
That is the same. I am going to spend some willpower. I got 2 successes.
It's a little bit hard to tell and time this one. You think you're getting close to his limit. So, if you want to stop soon, it's up to you.
I assume I've already far exceeded my limit, so...
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he'll stop.
So, his paddle comes up again, and he expects you to go again. Visibly, everyone can see this, and you don't. And you see him get angry.
Rev will just kind of... If he had a hat on, he would tip his hat and just kind of nod to him.
You see his hand grip the sign, probably almost breaking it, because he is very angry right now. But people come and pull him out of the room, just because the amount that he bidded, they need to make sure that he can pony up as it is. And so things are wrapping up. People are mingling again, talking. Lottie, the ghoul, begins to make their way over to where your group was bidding.
Hey guys, I'm gonna mingle.
See ya.
I'll provide a distraction for you. And Rufus will actually approach the ghoul.
Okay. Lottie, go ahead and give me charisma or manipulation and stealth again. Just don't fail it, and you're good.
Sorry. Do I get an extra dice because Rev's helping me again, or no?
This is why just don't fail it.
Okay.
Don't roll 0 or 1.
No, I rolled 4.
Okay,
So.
you're good. I wasn't going to have him roll or anything like that. It was basically just brought the difficulty down to basically null. Rufus, you intercept. There is a woman in a well-tailored pantsuit who looks very determined.
Excuse me, you're one of Charles, or no, not Charles. Terrence. That's the name, correct?
How'd you know that?
Oh, an associate of mine pegged you from a mile away. You're very, very obvious.
I'm not from around here. What's your name?
Aiden.
Aiden. Well, my name's Julia. Were you the one who bidded on the urn? I didn't see you raising the paddle.
Oh, no, they're around here somewhere. It's just a young Ventru.
That's strange, because the other items you bid on, they called out the same number.
Right, yes. It's a group of us. We kind of went in together.
I see.
You see, Detroit's not overly wealthy, so sometimes we have to pool money together.
It's not, is it? That is why Terrence sent me instead of coming himself.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you know, since you seem to know him.
Oh, just of him. Don't know him personally. I honestly would rather not. He seems a bit insufferable, but that's just an outside perspective.
And where did this outside perspective come from?
People around the city. People know of
really
him.
Well known around here. So how did you hear about him? I assume, looking up and down, I assume you're not Camarilla, and that's mostly who would know about him.
No, but I've spoken with Ellie a couple times. She used to be, is still, claims to be still.
I see where you would get that opinion then.
Right. And like I said, this outside opinion. I've never met him, so might be better than I've been told.
Well, I'm sure he would enjoy meeting you. If you ever get the chance, if you're ever in Chicago, of course.
Unfortunately, I don't go down that way too much. Traveling's difficult at times for me.
Too bad you don't have someone to help you do that. Detroit would be a fantastic place for you to come visit. Chicago would be a fantastic place for you to come visit.
Right. Maybe one day.
Well, if you're ever there, you should definitely look him up.
I'll be sure to. I'll be sure to come very announced as well. I assume he would appreciate that.
Maybe. Depends on who your associate is. The young lecturer you said.
Yes. They technically fall under Valentina's umbrella. Kind of, I don't know.
I see. And do you have their name, perchance? If
Jessica.
you don't mind sharing. Jessica.
Yes.
Well, it's not anyone I know. But Valentina's... Well, she's here for a reason.
I would assume so. Anyway, I just wanted to make acquaintances and say hello. I hope you got everything else that Terrence wanted.
Oh. He was interested in a few things. Thank you. I hope your young friend enjoys it.
Hopefully they won't have to use it.
It would be a shame if they did, wouldn't it?
Yes. Anyway, you have a good night. I'm sure you're probably going to have quite a drive after this.
I will. I plan on driving through the day, though, so it won't take me too long.
I believe energy drinks help keep you awake.
Something like that. You have a pleasant evening.
You too.
Aiden, was it?
Yes.
And she will bypass and begin mingling with other people. So, I assume none of you, well, perhaps, did you come with money?
Of course I did.
William would have.
Okay.
I'm sure Lottie has her account information.
Okay. So, you were each told about where to go. You make your way back there, or would you like to mingle more?
Get our items and skadoot.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Agreed.
Okay. So, Chris going along with you. You do make your way back to the area that was indicated to you. And there's other people back there, the people who had bidded. And a woman comes up to you wearing a very nice green, dark green dress with a gold scarf. Oh, you were the ones who, if I'm remembering right, we took the place of King, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, you bought quite the assortment of items here.
Admittedly, some are personal interests.
I see. We were under the impression King only wanted may want the text, so this is exciting for us to see him purchasing other things.
No, we'll cover anything outside of the text, personally.
Okay. I hope you can cover the texts, too. We don't have an account on file for him.
Give me just a second, and I will get that for you. However, let's cover the other items first.
Okay. And she pulls out a piece of paper. And reads off the amounts for the urn, the waxen poetica, and the flower.
Okay. Brev would fork over probably cash, to be honest with you.
They will happily take it.
Lottie gives her account information.
Okay.
So the money can be wired to them.
She pulls a tablet out. Looks like the clipboard that she was using opened into a tablet, and takes the account information and pulls that out of, or places a hold on your account for it. And William?
William's also paying cash.
Okay. Oh, we don't often get this many people paying in cash.
I wasn't sure if you guys were taking cards or not.
Oh, of course we do.
I don't personally like paper trails.
It is understandable for some of us.
Yes.
And now you said you would have that information for the last item?
Yes. And at this point, he pull out his phone, send King a message. I'm going to call you, okay?
Okay.
Just account information.
Gotcha. Go ahead and put me through whoever I need to.
And he would hit call and hand the phone over. Like, this should cover.
I see. And she'll take the phone. Yes, is this King? Alright. If we could have your account information, the total for the text would be... And she reads it off. And she inputs a number. Thank you for your patronage. And she'll hand Rufus back the phone.
Thank you.
Thank you. King has hung up if you go to check.
Right.
Well then, everything is settled here. Your items will be brought out to you in a moment.
Very well.
Feel free to mingle with these fantastic kindred as we bring them out.
Does Reverend have a phone case?
Let's be honest here, probably not.
You should get a case for that, just in case you drop it or something.
I mean, I'd had my other phone for quite a while and it never broke, so this one should be fine.
These ones are less durable than the older ones.
I'll get one sometime between now and before it breaks, I'm sure.
Also get a protector for the screen just to avoid it getting scratched up.
That I did know about. Now you gotta touch them and yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel about your phone not having buttons anymore?
I don't like it.
What? What do you mean, no buttons? What phone did you have?
He probably would still have it on him at this point. He'd just pull the old one out and like this. I can still throw it at somebody and it'll probably still work.
That I've never used a flip phone.
That I would say hurts my heart, but it doesn't.
You must be old.
I mean, probably also never used a rotary phone.
A what?
A rotary phone. When I was a child, we didn't have telephones.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember when you had to used to actually talk to the operator to get transferred? Oh gosh, that was fun.
I remember all of the stages: telegraph to telephone to personal telephone lines. And when cell phones came out, I remember briefcases.
That's right, in the car phones. Oh,
Yes, I had one of those at one point.
I'm sure you did.
It broke in 3 weeks. It was also a Chrysler, so take with that as you will.
The woman eventually comes back out with 3 people behind her, 4 people behind her, each holding one of the objects. Now, we can bring these out for you to a vehicle if you have one. You're free to take them now, or you can pick them up later.
I believe we'll just take them now.
Alright, well, here you are. And she'll step out of the way and just kind of like present them to you each. To each of you.
Now, are they like in a bag, in a crate of some sort, or is it just like bare bone item?
No, they are packed up. Each one is kind of done up a little bit differently. So it's hard to tell what exactly is in which one, but they would tell you as you go to grab them or look at them. The books are wrapped. The book is wrapped and put into kind of almost a briefcase type bag, but it is, if you look inside of it, it is packed up and wrapped so it will not be damaged. The tablets are in a leather pouch. The rose is in kind of like an elongated tube, a little bit like a shipping tube. And then, what was the last one? The urn. The urn is in a small crate. Packed with packaging around it, so it doesn't shift or anything like that.
So long as Lottie can actually carry it, she will. Lottie's weak.
Chris can help you too if you want him to.
Rev will grab the book and the rose.
Okay.
Why don't grab the tablets?
Alright. Well, if we can help you, please don't hesitate to come back. If we can take your name so we know who you are.
And Rufus will just be like, I am sure this won't be the first time that King asks at least, well, us, to come and take care of this business for him.
Alright, well we can pull that information.
So, I believe that we will be heading out.
Yes, let's go.
Have a fantastic evening.
Yeah. William will look at Lottie and Reverend quizzically and just follow them.
Does Rev see Eli?
Oh yes. He is having a few books brought out to him. It looks like based on the book that you received, there's a couple packages wrapped in a similar manner. And then there is one crate.
Okay.
A small one, but like looks to be of a sturdier packaging.
Okay. I would assume that is the important one.
Yes. You would assume that. Because you only saw him bid on a couple other books which match up to the other ones.
Okay. He would make it a point to kind of walk over and like, congratulations on your win. By the way, I do apologize. I had to step out of the contest. Seems I had gotten to my limit.
I see. Apparently the real estate isn't as lucrative as you made it out to be.
Oh, it is, but it is still Detroit.
Wow. Good luck to you.
And to you.
Congratulations on your wins.
Yes, the few that we had. Anyway, you have a good evening. I hope you enjoy your items.
Oh, I plan to.
And he will absolutely take a step out.
Okay. So, you guys go up the stairs, out the hallway, and the same gentleman from earlier opens the door for you as you exit.
The whole time we're walking, I'm keeping my eye out for the goal, because we ain't playing that game.
You did see them, they did pick up a couple other items. One of which was you saw them bid on one of the daggers, so you saw a small elongated box that they picked up, and a couple other things, but nothing hugely of note.
Mainly, I just want to stay out of their eyesight so that I don't get reported back about.
Yeah. They do kind of eye Rufus, but with knowing they probably will look over, you manage to sidestep and like hide behind William and Chris and all of that. So you get out of there unseen. You think. So you all exit out into the night. It is getting late, but you still have some hours left of the evening.
Once we get back to the van, William's going to text Deidre that he got the red ones.
She will message back, "How exciting. See me later and I'll let you know about them."
William will send the thumbs up.
Rev, before taking off, will actually take out the card, like the business card, and look up name and number, just as a like really primary like look.
So you see that he is actually out of state. Oddly, from Wisconsin. But you don't get too much else outside of that. You don't know where he'd be staying.
Okay.
But you can find his primary residence relatively easy enough with the help of William and Lottie. If you choose to share.
He would.
Okay. Given the issues and unfamiliarity with the technology, it would take him longer than a few minutes to find that by himself.
And he'll take the business card and like put it somewhere, probably in the glove box or something.
Okay. Yeah, with Lottie and William helping you, you could find a primary address pretty easily.
What do we need to roll?
That's good. I assume between three of you, you would get more than enough successes, especially because I believe Lottie has technology.
3 points in it.
Yeah. We're hand-waving that one, you're good.
Okay. And he just kind of writes down the address and puts it in the glove box.
Okay.
Okay.
Planning a heist?
Future acquisitions. Seemed like a pleasant individual.
So,
Well, given past experience, I probably won't be much help to you.
are you guys in the van? Are you still near the entrance as you're talking?
No, at this point, definitely in the van.
Okay. So you parked, what, maybe a block away?
Block and a half, somewhere in there.
You see Eli walking.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to be carrying any of the bags, but he does have the small crate. You can kind of see it tucked under his jacket.
Right.
You
Rev's,
want that.
yeah, Rev's just gonna kind of look at him like. And at this point, like, I don't know if he would have started the van yet or not. So he would kind of turn to William. Take the book to King. I'm gonna go have a conversation and just hand William the keys.
Okay, I'll give it to him.
And he'll step out and tail from afar.
Do you stop Chris from following you?
Yes.
Okay.
Chris, you stay in the van until William tells you to get out, and then follow William until I get you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. What are you doing, Lottie?
Lottie, seeing that we're already starting to split up a little bit, I can't take this home. I'm gonna call a car. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, I guess. And she'll call up a car, and as she's waiting for the car, hopefully it doesn't take too long, she'll call Valentina and ask if she can get some perspective and knowledge from her.
Valentina will quickly message back, "You are free to come whenever you'd like."
Okay. So, that's where Lottie's going.
All right.
With the urn in hand.
With urn in hand. We will get to Lottie's conversation later. And we will get to William's conversation with King in a little bit. Rufus, give me dexterity and stealth, and you can have your specialty.
I'm spending some willpower again.
All right.
Okay. I got 3 successes.
Okay. So you follow him. And he does not notice you. He does seem to be quickly looking around all over him. Or all around him, I should say. He's making sure that he is not going to be mugged, for lack of a better word. He obviously does not think highly of Detroit. And so is very paranoid about every alley he walks around and walks by and walks past, which is a few of them. But his attention is elsewhere, which is why you have such an easy time tailing him.
I am going to use Sense the Unseen just to make sure that we are actually like relatively alone.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that roll. Wits and awareness plus your prospects.
I got a bunch. With wits, awareness, and aspects, it'd be 8.
Yeah, I believe that's how it works. You just add your aspects to rolls for that.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
And I mean,
That's what we're going with.
if you take out the wits, it's still 6. So
That's fine. That's what we're going with. You do not see any Nosferatu. You had to imagine why their numbers are fairly low right now.
yeah,
So there is nothing hidden that you spot. You pass a few more alleys. And you do vaguely know of a hotel not too far from here. He's also headed in the direction of Charlotte's hotel. You're not sure which one he's going to.
okay. He's going to pick up the pace using Silence of Death,
Okay.
as to not make a whole lot of noise.
Okay. So you're gaining on him. There's a couple people out, but not too many. So you're passing one person every 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. And there will be a certain point where he's just going to kind of throw caution to the wind and just go for it.
Okay. Are you planning on dragging him down an alley? Tossing him just kind of in the middle of the road? How do you plan on doing this?
By chance, does he see any like broken chair legs?
If you look down an alley, yeah. That'd be easy to find.
Okay. He will duck down and grab one of those, preferably made of wood.
Okay.
And then, yes, he'll try to like drag him down an alley and just kind of like.
Alright, give me strength and athletics.
I will absolutely rouse for this.
Okay. So give me that rouse.
Do not get hungrier, which is good.
Very good.
So now I have 4 days. Yay.
That's okay. He's not a very strong venture.
I got 2 successes.
So you start to pull him into the alley, and you get him partway in before he kind of like shoulders you off of himself, still clutching the box. Like, the hell are you doing?
Finishing our bidding war.
So, I'm assuming you're going to attempt to stake him.
Yes.
I believe that is strength and brawl.
So strength and strength, got it.
You can still have your rouse. I don't remember the rules on staking. Is it you have to get above a certain number?
Yeah, it's 3 or above. Even spending willpower, I'm not going to get above that. So he just goes and like misses completely.
The Ventrue will like step backward a little bit out of the line of the quasi stake, and then still holding the box to himself will lash out with his fist towards you.
Okay.
And we got 0. So he misses. Real
Okay.
bad.
At this point, Revel very obviously just like, yeah, no. And he'll pull his sidearm out. And he'll just be like, drop the box, please. I don't want to hurt you. Not really, but I will.
Eli will take half a step back. Are you serious right now?
He's gonna use Fata Morgana.
Okay.
Creating kind of the Steven situation. Have like a herd of people start enclosing on him. Yes.
Okay. Is there a role for that? I don't remember rules for that.
Yes. It is my manipulation, obfuscate versus the opponent's. Sorry. Composure and wits.
Okay.
I do get hungrier. Okay, I'm going to spend another willpower to re-roll.
Probably don't need to. I got 2.
Okay, I got 3, so never mind.
You're good.
But everybody that can see Rev, if there's anybody else around, sees this.
There is no one currently, so you're fine there. So Eli kind of backs up and kind of tries to press away from the people that are pressing around him.
Right, which would be like toward Rev at this point.
Okay. So yeah, he turns and like, the hell did everyone come from? What is going on here? And back up, clutching the box.
Real estate investments. Now, the box.
Just very quickly give me intimidation and whatever your highest is from
Manipulation.
charisma or manipulation.
Manipulation and intimidation. The only problem with these new dice, I don't know which one's the blood die. This time I actually will be spending willpower.
Okay, give me one moment. I will be right back for that.
I got 2, by the way. Didn't expect this to go down, did you?
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, you're good.
I will say, given everything that has already been done to this adventure, 2 is enough. He drops the
Well, I got
box.
3 now.
Okay. He drops the box and attempts to flee.
Okay. Rev will have people move out of the way so he doesn't like run into somebody and just walk through him.
Do you allow him to run unaccosted?
Absolutely.
Okay. He runs out of the alley and turns, and you just hear his footsteps thudding down the street.
That's fine. Rev picks up the crate and will make his way to the nearest hidey hole
Okay.
and try to
have
just
several.
navigate. Yeah, and try to navigate through the city by those.
Easy enough. You know the city practically like the back of your hand at this point. At least the streets and the hidey holes and your safe areas. So you find one. You find one that you haven't visited in a while.
Okay.
We will maybe see what you're doing after. William, you have Rufus's van, and we're on your way to see King. So you get there. Mike is looking a little bit better. He's healed up most, if not all, of the damage at this point. And King greets you. Just you? I was expecting all of you. But you got it?
Yeah, I got it. Lottie and whoever had some business that you need to take care of.
I see. Well, I appreciate you all doing this.
Yeah, no problem.
Done a lot for me. If there's something I can do to pay you back, let me know.
I'll think on it.
Let everyone else know, too. Other than the books that Rufus sent me, is there anything good there?
A couple weapons, some metal rod, guessing some Tremere stuff. And there was also an Eternal Rose.
Hmm.
Oh, and there was a couple pages of the Book of Nod.
And I didn't get that?
Some venture got it. He went really high.
I wouldn't be able to outbid a Ventru. Damn, that would have sold real well. But this is good enough. I assume you hand him the container?
Yep.
He'll pass it off to Mike. Hey, get this to, the storage in the back. We'll figure it out. Mike will nod. Sure, yeah. He'll turn to you. Thanks, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
And then he'll go back to the somewhere in the back with the bag. King, look back at you. Anything else? Anything we need to know about?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe Reverend caught something that I didn't.
Alright, well. We'll be in touch. Like I said, let me know if you guys want any help or need anything.
More than likely will.
Alright. So you dropped off the book, said your farewells to King, unless there was anything else you wanted to talk to him about.
Not right now.
Okay. So, are you making your way back to your apartment with Chris? Or what are you doing with Rufus's van?
William will park it somewhere safe, make sure nothing was left behind, and head back to his apartment.
Are you parking it near your apartment, like in your own?
Yeah, near the apartment.
Okay. Just making sure. Alright, so you go and prepare for your evening and I assume have some discussions with Chris about being kindred.
Yep.
Alright. Lottie. You make your way to Valentina's. You show up, the car drops you off, and one of Valentina's ghouls is out there to meet you. Oh, Valentina said you were on your way.
Here I am.
And here you are. I don't know if you got my name last time. It's Carol.
Oh, hi, Carol. So great to meet you again.
So good to meet you. I'm so glad you're back. Valentina's waiting for you.
Sure.
And you will be...
Harry in the crate.
Yep.
Before I... Yeah, I would hope not. Before I go in, I just want to do a quick scan to see if I was followed at all.
Nope. Alright, so Carol shows you, brings you up, kind of brings you to an elevator that you were escorted to last time. This is behind where all of the normal business takes place in the casino, and brings you up to one of the upper floors. And you know this is probably Valentina's office. As you enter, there is, same as before, there was windows lining one of the walls, just open to a very nice view of the river. But it's far off. It just looks very nice. And Valentina is not quite there yet. But some of the other items that were in the room, there is a couple, what looks to be like older weapons just on display. A couple spears, a couple small shields. It's just display and things that she seems to like. And she will be there in a few minutes. And Carol informs you of this, and then she leaves. So you're left alone in the office for a few minutes. And this office is large. It's probably taking up a nice chunk of the floor, and there's like bookcases lining it, and it's just... It is a presentation.
Of course. Lottie will set the crate on a coffee table of some sort and just kind of browse the books, not try to be overly nosy, just
Okay.
try to calm herself.
Some of them are in English. Does Lottie know any other languages?
I would doubt it.
Okay.
English.
So yeah, there's a couple books in other languages. Most of them appear to be either in English or one other specific language. But there's a couple others thrown throughout it. The books that you do recognize, some of them are like books about myth, like myths of the world, Greek myths, and things like that. There's books on law, and some... It's just an assortment of books. And a few minutes pass, and then Valentina comes in. Her mousy brown hair is pulled back into its braided bun. And she just has some business casual clothes on. Oh, Lottie, what brings you here?
I kind of did something, and Lottie's gotta kind of just take a breath and hope that this doesn't bite her in the ass later. So, I bought something tonight that Terrence wanted, and then tried to hide it from his goal that I recognize. But I don't really know what it does. All I know is that it's a Ventrue item, and I really can't take it back to my place because my sister would have to tell him.
Right, I remember you telling me that he has her Gould, and she has to go see him every few days to every week or so.
Yes. To maintain that bond.
Right. And that is just so unfortunate for you. Are you asking me to keep the vase?
I wouldn't want to put you out. I don't even know what it does.
Oh, we can look into that. If it's a venture item, you should be able to find it.
Okay.
Have you made a decision yet? Unrelated to helping you, of course.
Of course. I don't really know how to bring it up to Willow because it would be inclined to inform him, but I'm not sure how to safely do that.
Right, you did say she's fully bonded to him.
Yes.
I see. Well, we can work on that. And would it be unsafe for her to let the bond fade?
Oh. The aging would happen rather quickly, so a bit.
I see. Well, we can still work on that. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. Usually have to override it. Now I can protect you from Terrence. I can protect Willow.
Okay.
You just have to think. There will be repercussions from it, of course. I can keep you from the worst of them. But I may not be able to catch everything.
Right. And Terrence is very good at what he does. So.
Yes, from what I remember of him.
Let's work on a more concrete goal or not goal. I apologize. I'm a little flustered. A concrete plan, and we'll slowly bring it into action.
I am delighted to hear your thoughts on the matter. I'm so glad I could help you.
Am I getting creepy vibes from her, or anything worrisome?
Wits and wits and insight.
What's an insight? Okay, that's decent. It's the crit only matters whenever there's two. So yeah, so that's just 5. That's as good as I could do. I got all successes.
That's really good. So, you can tell she is genuine in her offer to help. You don't know her goals. You don't know what her motivation is. There is something there, obviously. She is kindred, she is adventure, she wants something. You don't know what. You have not heard her name mentioned by Terrence. During your time in Chicago, you didn't really hear any mentions of her whatsoever. You don't know what bloodline she's from, which could make you a little bit wary. You're dealing with an unknown. She wants something from you, and she hasn't said what it is.
Let's not beat around the bush too much. What can I do for you? What repayment are you looking for?
Well, there's plenty of things you could help me with. I'm not sure what you're capable of. I don't know what your plans are. I don't want them to hinder my goals here. So, and she'll give you a look. Not anything bad, just an assessing look. She's trying to figure you out. Right now, for compensation of holding the urn and keeping it away from Terrence's network, I would like you to be in contact, and if you think what you and your coterie are doing would harm my interests, I want you to tell me.
Okay. Click pro.
That's for this. We can get more into it later for the other things, once we have a plan.
Of course.
No transaction.
So what are your...
Nothing needed.
Right. So what are your interests so I know to... what to inform you of?
Dealings in my domain, first off. If you're doing something here, just let me know. And then we'll see if it is a problem. Most of my dealings are just here in the casino, but I have a few outlying businesses. We spoke with them last time, the shelters and things like that. I know Rufus goes around holding his gatherings. If you are aware of them, let me know. He doesn't have to stop.
Okay.
I'd just like to be aware.
If I know about them, I will do my best to inform you as I can.
Does that sound like a fair trade?
I think so, yes.
Alright. Do you need a place to stay this evening?
Do I have time to get back home? Or is
You
it going to
would.
be pushing it? I should be fine for tonight.
Well, if you change your mind, just let Carol know.
Okay. Shall we take a quick look at this item before I head out?
By all means. It is yours. Feel free to open it.
Lottie pops it open.
Okay. It is covered with packing materials and everything, so if you remove those, you can get a good look at it.
I'll dig it out. Dig it out of the shredded paper or whatever.
Give me wits and awareness.
That is 4 successes.
You do see her eyes widen a little bit, and she seems surprised, but she hides it quickly. But she doesn't say anything.
Okay. So, this is the item. Like I said, I am not really sure what it does. I heard rumor at the event that it can help with torpor. Used correctly.
Don't know the specifics on it. This is artifacts and everything is not my speciality, but I do know that these are fairly hard to get hold of. I will have someone dig into what it is and what it can do.
Okay. Well, like I said, Terrence is pool made it seem like he really wanted it, so I decided I wanted it more.
Interesting. That might be something to look into, wouldn't it?
But I don't know why he wants it, but I'm sure there's a reason. There's always a reason. Everything.
Well, as I said, will look into this, and I will keep it hidden from him. My girls here will not let it slip from this room.
Greatly appreciated. Yep.
Of course. Just head towards the elevator, and Carol will see you out if you're not going to be staying, or feel free to enjoy the casino.
Thank you. I will be nosy and I'll take a lap around the casino before actually leaving.
Okay. It is pretty busy this evening. There's a lot of people here. Most of them appear to be human, just having a good time gambling.
What I expected. Alright. Let's go home to Willow.
You do notice that while on the floor, there is some male workers. Everyone that she has introduced you to or has directed you to specifically have been female.
Okay.
Okay, so you go home to Willow. Do you say anything to her? Do you tell her where you've been?
Nope. The event was uneventful.
You didn't find
Interesting
anything?
items, though. Not really. There was some book of Nod. The one for a huge price. Bonkers.
That's... Ugh, I don't know why that's so
Thing?
sought after.
Yep. I have no idea either. It was another Ventrue that bought it, though. Isn't that, like, blows your mind, right?
Who was it?
Did Lottie actually catch his name?
Just
Thank you.
roll a dice. What? Yes or no?
Yes,
Any success.
I got a success.
You would have heard at least the first name.
I think it was Eli, maybe?
I haven't heard Terrence talk about him. Or anyone by that name.
I had never seen him before either, so I have no clue who he is.
That's so weird.
I thought so.
Anything get your attention? Even if you didn't get it?
There was a pretty rose, but it was very Toreador.
Mm.
It was all crystally, you know. Kind of looked like those fancy ones that you sold at jewelry shops. Kind of reminded me of that a little bit.
Sounded like a pretty boring evening.
It was. I didn't even drink anything because...
Did you have fun at least?
It was interesting to see some people network a little bit.
Alright, well, I took the dog for a walk. I didn't have much of a
Oh.
fun evening.
That's unfortunate. At least you got to kind of just, relax by yourself.
It was nice to relax without having to travel.
It'd be nice if you wouldn't have to travel at all.
It would. I mean, we could come back to Chicago.
There's nothing really for us in Chicago.
I know.
I mean, there is, but there isn't. I can't raise any power there because of how the Camarilla is.
I mean, if you just give it time.
Yeah, but that's like hundreds and hundreds of years. Hundreds and hundreds of years.
I know. I know you're trying to do it yourself.
Yeah. I mean, maybe things would be different if I just let Terrence help me, but I would still be his underling.
He would help you, you know that.
You would.
Did you ever talk to the person he gave you that name for? Is it Cassandra?
The Bruja?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had tea, so to speak.
Bet you that went over well.
Not so much. I mean, surprised she didn't throw me out immediately.
I mean, I don't know why you want to deal with a Bruja.
Parents guided me.
I mean, that's the only Anarch here, that's why.
Yeah, I know.
Or at least the only
I think it's...
big one.
It is. This is a very mishmash little city we find ourselves in. Being independent seems to be a better bet in the long run.
You've avoided LA,
But also
right?
harder. I was by her hospital once, but honestly it freaks me out. Gives off, like, creepy, haunted vibes.
I mean, Terrace did warn us to stay away from her.
He did. Not fully sure why, but
I don't know.
I was interested enough just to peek around.
I mean, careful, they do call her Mad Ellie for some reason. I mean, she's Malkavian, but...
Yeah, I think that's more than just the Malkavian stuff.
I don't know. It's getting late, though.
Yeah, I feel
Early.
the sleep coming.
I'll
Well,
be
I'm
here
gonna get
when
out
you
of this
wake up.
stress. Alright. Sweet dreams, Willow.
Good night, Lottie. Good day, Lottie.
Lottie goes and puts on her jammies and sleeps in her very big, fluffy bed.
In which your dog joins you. William, was there any last minute things you'd like to take care of before the evening? Or before the day sleep?
We'll ask Reverend how much he paid for the rose, and if he wants to sell it to him.
No, I have plans. I do apologize.
Oh, alright, that's fine.
It'll be in good hands, though, I promise you.
And, William will send a thumbs up.
Anything else?
Rev would ask where his van is.
Oh, yeah, it's in the parking lot over by the apartment. Sorry about the seat. You've seen how tall I am.
It's fine.
William will call it a night for now.
Alright.
Okay.
Chris is going to crash on the couch. Unless you have a spare room.
Just the one room. The couch is a fold out.
Okay. So yeah, he will crash on the couch. After making sure the windows are blacked out if you hadn't done that already.
It would have been left over from the last time you stayed.
Okay. And Rufus. You have a little bit of time left.
Yes. Enough time to get to the van.
If you don't dawdle, yes.
Okay. He would make his way as quickly as he could to the van.
Okay.
When he gets there, he would absolutely open up the crate just to make sure that everything's safe and sound.
It is. And it is exactly what you were hoping it would be.
Okay. He will deposit those in the safe,
Okay.
under the bed. He will leave the crate outside.
Okay.
Like in the parking lot, in the street. He doesn't really care at this point, and he will drive away.
Okay.
he doesn't trust anybody to not put like bloodstones and shit.
Makes sense. That makes sense. So you're going to one of your hidey or your parking spots?
Probably the parking deck, to be honest with you.
Okay. You, I believe, are the only one that gained a hunger for the evening.
Yes.
Are you taking care of that before you sleep or no?
No.
Okay. So, you park, you make sure there's no one around, and there's not. Doesn't seem to be anyone noticing you or taking notice of you. You're not exactly a newcomer to this area.
Yeah.
You've been here before. So, each of you got something. Some of you got more than others. Some of you spent more than you wanted. But the items are yours, and I will let you know what they do later. The day dawn creeps up, and you each pass out into your day sleep. And will awaken the next evening, hopefully, without any repercussions of the evening. The next game will take place a week out from now. We'll put it early February, in-game. So keep that in mind. And now it's time for some announcements. Nothing new, I don't believe. Well, new thing is, my game will be taking place this Saturday in place of Life Blood Atlanta, because Dengle is unfortunately being called away to do real life things that no one wants to do. And then we should be resuming our normal scheduling the week after. And in place of the upcoming Hunter game this Thursday, we are once again doing VTM. It's okay, things will get back to normal soon, I promise.
Hopefully.
No, we promise.
Hopefully.
Check out our website. Things are a little bit slow to upload right now because I've been having some technical difficulties with the actual uploads. I'm getting them up as soon as possible, I promise. But check out our website. Things will be uploaded as quickly as possible on there. Check out our YouTube. Things will be uploaded again as quickly as possible on there. Same thing with our podcasts. Check out our Dice Legion link. You'll get 10% off. Helps us, helps Dice Legion, helps you get some new dice. Not VTM dice, unfortunately, but other dice. Anything else? Check our socials.
Join the Discord.
Join the
Please our
Discord.
We would love to chat with anyone. Links to the Discord would be down below. And you can find the links pretty much on any of the social media pages as well. I believe that is it. We will be wrapping up Chapter 1 of Blood and Hope Detroit after next game. How exciting! We'll see what becomes of the group. But thank you for joining. Stay safe and have a good evening/day.
Stay safe. Sweet dreams.